This is the Godson TV Global. It is the Godson's reaction. I was watching Mwakwaba. Anopay. Adira Nyajeta. Last week, any no better than half to say Honorable Joseph ya was say Duchum. Echo UTV. Na Oko born in Coma Abraham Michael Lamia Miniatana Gem. Na Ochre near ma NPP Abaya. Anyone known as sector. Near Obeya Twaso. Dinner bra boya dance the man was saying a chain crofo krum as papa or the hambrasi or joining him there akasa. A drew say even Michaela a trying to crano for van not near my old project on you. Then crofo say then people about sir. What you win at then? Naze then now tree. Sammy Gyamfi say yanso yebeko. Yanso yakwa chere de yen. Yaa Yeboah ene de ebeye NMC Yaa Yeboah Kwame plus Arnold mo say okay mo maba pen adutwum no ma da omo brand kan no adutwum ne yehu no aban mu ni no akere mo de no mo nkere ye no we can us ne the way you see join the creative art sector no we kan creative art industry, yeah, you know, and near my na MC say, come on, somewhere as somebody National Theatre, where somebody theatre, or the Ancanisa. Because he say, so yeah, and we are Jumo, and Untina, John Dramani, Mamma say, no, Baba be we no. Who's when we because the Athena say, won't be for 4 years, Manifesto in the name I am Tronian to me. To be or I'll bet me, I know. Our first 4 years now binyano nti be our second day in Ezebia what they went to me and first no abe the second ti John Dramani Mahama wadi kaba na wa nwie na dwuma so wie anko nsa mabio ebi say Sammy krom ha mo say na mo yem politics so wa no aba na teso ana ya sa to ama na ko 8 years that is different. But I buy for Bishim, and I was a better was on a fin about the bare first 2 years. Bayan to 2 years. First year, Nedicana, Fena, Baba Behese, appointees, how be you or more officer, Bafimu, or more cover corner, most maybe take you over and that, Obey Nina, Berry and Crater, Munina, baby, and I feel back with you. I feel to be a fin, I'm over here, was a more implemented. The next 2 years, more than the next election, Sana politics are in Ghana. In the Juma Palm, obey the Afriba, Conti, and a number in my say, because I feel over by that, and it's so born, or I Casama to don't pay, and why, or nam nato, sa and d. Some say, and Untina more and you've been a mobile there, Sammy, and my cobra view. To walk a can or Sakabish was a Kumasi Kajitia. Yanny, Uncle Foss sumo down as a hair. Yatimonsi KGT. Na KGT musi no adwem pon say. Over 8,000 stores. Mita bako pe na nebo, mita bako. Ndi nyan tokwa pa na mo pesa mo de ba na efie compound house kra mita. Kra ho asem te say. Na over 8,000 stores. Mita 1 and am de bon di ombeche ne say. Ombeche no ma say. Nti my there, but I drain and we pay say nipa be pan or in his or her right sense. Now obesi stores mako 8,000 or meter 1. How on earth? How? Ebe den the jam to talk there. How? No be aba no so ne fan. Nti Sammy Gyamfi no onim kra go anko. De om de aye no. De om de aye ofa Sammy. So what is a chef call ye fire or trending no just any ono so ko akọ de kama. Afiche so to me say why remorseful. I say Sammy pa de we ozinim ka say we be Sammy apem. Sammy for Sammy Gyamfi. MC Yaa Yeboah titi and the found the super multims and the team nyina say I give free ne. Kwame plus across the MC say my SHO Mame Musa. Yeah, me creative art industry, wo be bring am cars, am people am ba jeje. You hear video na yinti nsam. Niwat Scientific Hospital, Dr. Nimo. Oka yare na Dr. Nimo be ma onu aduro. Yare how bia. A friend go see Niwat Scientific Hospital. Na Remy Spices, Remy Spices, Remy, Fabi young kwan Fabi stew Remy. Who could be more? Kai Remy. And what about one kwan with Diane? From Alexis, it is the God's reaction. Thank you.
You sat here to say that creative art industries is saying aton siomukra, which is it's not true. It is not true. Where is the data? Data being here, they compare say as at 20 say not creative art industry growth you say. And this year, no creative industry growth now is because I be a Kwame A+ said this current government, this December to remember among other things, and also Baba be creative arts in Mukina. So when NDC is saying creative arts aton siomukra, and then you say you build a national theatre, we can't talk about that because you build an art. Then you cannot also say that MPP so creative art aton siomukra because it's not a fact. Let me quickly address. Creative arts ni mu na si aton siom, anya sa major finaka.
How man no makai.
MC. Empress. I think
questions are
First of all, my boss Sammy Basaa, I think he's been doing well with what he does. Now, the kind time I ubusa Sammy question, menya answer to the question.
Dear him.
Ubusa is Omukase National Theatre Lombe Akosise. Okasa bebre, but I never got the answer to the question.
80%.
Me busa, but Odi kind babe kasano can be about Obi say or show bar now obi this way was so share dia waye. Quarter kwase obema untuma ye tie ni din na Mahama
speech back me them we taking notes there.
Mahama Yobia ex-president Mahama Yobia Osheba Odiso na oye. Na in 2012 I think say never be discussing creative art manifesto ntino. My share to me bo aken kind be. 2012 and President Mahama Shebo say we will rehabilitate abandoned cultural centers for national culture. 2024 manifesto ewum. Na uko weni na ucha kompona ukohwe wechia art center is not in good shape since that time. Nothing has been done. Kumasi Center for National Arts, President Mahama Shebo so be rehabilitated. Ye seen a long time and it's evident say here refurbishment be brave. National Theatre, President Mahama. Say the government has secured funding from Turkish Export and Import Bank to put up a second national theatre in Kumasi to promote arts in the country. President John Mahama, who made this known, said the proposed national theatre will accommodate a larger audience than the one in Accra. Now, say NDC for Ekoshia Creative Arts Kumasi. And President Mahama sa Bobio say, Yebeye National Theatre for Kumasi. This was in 2012 manifesto. 2024. Yasaba bekabi enti se samika se obisha uboa obeye na President Mahama Shebo oye o deliver ni na. I beg to differ kakra.
Scan by Akufa.
Pacho nyabotere mame nyabotere. I think say na obi abe to me making the point say be ya obi ndinko obi.
Eya time.
Yes.
Ujina floor.
Enti media oka se obi be shebo a clearly no politicians have taken this sector for a ride for a long time. Cool. Clearly no politicians have disrespected this sector for a very, very long time. But Empress, one will say every politician is running to creative to trumpet their message. I will use a classic example. United Showbiz is the biggest entertainment show in Ghana. Enye arguable. Obia peso baha senya na brother Sammy kasa or true mu say yamana kwenya oba beche because yenim say ha na Ghana etie. And this platform was built. This platform was built on the back and sweat of creative people. Father Dixon, Ike, production, camera, Obia, Arnold, Bulldog. Yeah, you work creative arts money na. You play a role. Now, that is how this platform was built. And every politician would love to use this platform to trumpet their message. Look at how creative people, to me, capture the manifesto of politicians in one song. And Nasi has done that beautifully, capturing the whole manifesto of NDC4. Sebio, and you need to me quite chirama. One more manifesto no cry and kwasao to say dia enyom ekono. Enti creative art industry no here. Okay. But politicians are taking them for a ride. Adada ye buso mo question ne de afa ni afa ye koteman so ni akofa kaswa. Na ya weda asem na ye ntumi sinipi. 2012 President Mahama ka say obesi National Theatre wo Kumasi. And you ask say National Theatre na yesi ewe. But I didn't get an answer. When we were here with Ola and Correx. You see, IMF and but we said we have secured the fund. But to me, politicians say to me my straight answer because it is so bad they say they don't respect our sector enough to even make one of our own the leader of our sector.
One of our own,
Debbie. From honorable. What did you say? Maybe or deputy.
It's a cow person.
Make it point. And now we share most of entertainment conversations, entertainment platforms. Look at what they are doing to Honorable Kwekumanti. People are saying he's ineffective. Or to me, but see, Empress, my main kind law we ma. Who call the article? Hold on. Article 97 of Deputy Minister's Law. Yatropefe said the president may, in consultation with the Minister of State and with prior approval of Parliament, appoint one or more deputy ministers to assist the minister in performance of his functions. It's not just a deputy ministers no more. They act on authority of their bosses. Boss.
It's without the boss, no.
Of course, because you cannot and act alone on your own and say you are doing this. There is a structure there, and so this whole conversation, creative for you because I'm using Okwekumanti as an example because then again, Romeo Kratz na hakada. And oba there na why but politicians don't even respect us enough to make us the leaders of our own sectors, and we've seen it played out in Parliament. Our politicians.
So you think some the
fire and then we will hold on. He was deputy. Not a deputy. She was deputy. Exactly. Most of the creative arts she was deputy. Boo, my research. And I make us what I say. Deputy. All the creative people need now. We check your money. How do we say creative arts? Then we go and pick Obia, yet sector no sebio on shedan papa say one belly and at the end of the day we blame the deputy when there is a leader. I don't understand it. Like
can I explain?
No, let me finish. I don't understand. Until your best politicians they say I grow no more the creative art sector need to and because na me kano omo who say you here Empress who said creative art industry is very important, and I like the fact that when we are having conversations now, almost the year count. Me to me, I can say for a long time in a while, no, it is refreshing, kakra, that we get people like this to address the creative sector because they know that when we speak, it goes far. And when they want to trumpet their message, it's your best to say when they make some of these promises and stuff, they have to deliver. If you don't deliver and then you come and then we ask you and then it's like any year when away buy no, but that is not what we are asking.
Blame.
What's your say? You now will see ube we didn't na wanye. Ade na wonye ye. Me patro dia me cannot say Empress. My last question, Mr. Creative Arts Fund.
Who baby say question?
Wait. No, what is his own?
That you say when we show red card pen
me say who kasa.
Your yellow card mom and then do red. Continue.
Creative Empress Creative Arts Fund, of course, last one. Mr. Make us a question one answer my Creative Arts Fund. So in 2012, NDC Manifesto, NDC promised that they will facilitate access to finance and export market for products of the creative industry. You can say you be a Creative Arts Fund. 2012 manye. Afia kwe sanwe Yasaba bebedu 2024. We are still talking about Creative Arts Fund. With regards to the Creative Arts Fund, me person me who say fund no meaning say most of the funds say can you project say okay sika say na ye theater I be creative. Oh Empress, you see I always believe say sometimes when your politicians can be say they need to give us timelines, figures and this so that we can hold them accountable.
Na so obi na wo so nti omo ba enkofo no omo ba be
me tress omo ka so omo be ye pen. Omo ba ben mu no omo ntumi anye. Na say yes aba be power na yes aka say the same thing na ye be sa ya.
Sifo. Vida.
Ene dia be.
O mane answer because anya say be.
Ene lawyer Pacho answer me.
Well, Minuya A+, the was largely a futu.
Okay.
So the G and share second year. Maybe I can't echo no hair no na.
That me feel like we are Minuya, you know.
Mojabako. Enti yet ya once ye near was ye home. So with the A+ as about brilliant suggestions that he made about what we can do, say at the Beboa films industry in Ghana. Baby ka krebi me pese me dibika A+ there no hono on the TV channel na sem no okay be about GBC. GBC has to be strengthened.
Yes.
And no na me ne John Dramani Mahama GTV when he went for that presidential encounter.
Oh
yes, and you know President Mahama an internship GBC no a postgraduate in communication studies and why juma hodada. And he himself, live on TV, can say, about no who much of a change. No free say was a buying the issue of GBC in their so much.
He said it.
However, GBC, even if it is strengthened, cannot be a substitute for the air canal. Because GBC is a media organization. Until they will have their own programming from politics.
A government.
Yes, a government. So they will have their own, but you know, they, even though it is state, not government, it's state owned.
Okay.
So they are there for the states, and they are supposed to give equal access to all political parties and all that. But of course, government has oversight over the management. Now, here say yeso mwasene na yeboah musika kwanso. Na GBC efane to mapefra. But let's also admit to say GBC a tete pansam say a few years ago, no, say it's a triabapa, even if you look at their programming and all that, but we can do more. There is still more room for improvement. But the point is this: even if GBC, even if GBC is, you know, supported, it will still not be a substitute for the aircam because that is a TV station. They will have their own programming on a day-to-day basis. Anopa news, a political talk show. They will have their own thing. But the air can a channel dedicated just for the creative arts and tourism industry. Just for that.
When you say GBC, I can say different TV stations. Channels like
yeah.
It is no mobile close here no.
GBC will run. GBC there is a creature of law. So they will run.
Channels no more mu use we no be mfanye.
It's not about, you see, we are talking
because
about
a state there.
I'm not too sure. You see, we are talking about a DTT platform.
Okay.
It is totally different.
Okay.
And that DTT, no, I'm breaking it down. That's digital, terrestrial, what something. I'll get the full thing for you. But basically, it is a platform that hosts to say multi-TV.
Multi-TV, okay.
What you say? So to say they want multi-TV, and we will DSTV. Okay. Now you are dedicated one channel for a particular thing.
But DSTV is ubechiao. But so many you pay. It's not free.
Yes.
And now multi-TV now can. TV station now and a channel now on every month omuchiaka. So assuming say enkofoko na modi akoto wo modi eno so say bia sika sem na omo ntumi ntia na say ye ntumi hwe
so multi TV yamanfo tua enso omo hwe abisi na DSTV yamanfo tua enso omo hwe abisi
ye tua in dollars.
Well, I'm saying you tua DSTV in dollars?
Yes.
No, okay, we pay the CD.
CD, but
but you pay the
$50. But
multi TV near the you buy the decoder. Yet there are a lot of stations there. A lot of stations there. It be your DSTV, but they are still on multi TV.
Okay.
It be free to air, but they are still on multi TV.
Yeah, they need free to air.
So if you are on multi TV, just dedicated. You see, the stations will tell you something. So maybe here NDC program. Na I'm going to say GBC and now UTV never. Another station can say for the mere fact that their logo is on, we are not comfortable picking it. Okay. They want a neutral platform. What am I saying? Also, you are not only looking for a channel to show movies and music videos, but you're also looking for a platform that people can use to stream their own content and events, and special events. So I'm saying is any mutually exclusive. Strengthening GBC is one, but you can have another. Yes, Namdodo and Sefine. Another especially dedicated for this purpose. And you know, but there were canning in ano. Me was na metre. Me kwa medical manifesto committee, and you be making sure say the be adwuma because nyanse ni ba ko foti. And about for so nchire down for. Ye nyina ye to adwene ni esua free especially those who have been in this industry before Yaa Yeboah. Then you know about there no. You see the context of Masemo Amekan about quasi of the mount to my TND no. It's not about manifesto promises. I'm not naive. Political party be anywhere say of fulfilling the manifesto, you know. True. It will call America now far even the manifesto of the Democrats or the Republicans, none of them can fulfill 100%. So you can pick any manifesto of any government and still get an unfulfilled promise. That in itself an interest will be a control and will be nyanokafo. By your own crofwa, almost shebo any manifesto bukra. Omutimi shebo. Now, Moankasa boss, Abeka say Boshi with the Yanwe, make have a I give you a typical example. But we are called Cape Coast. Was the good people of Cape Coast? I have good news for you. We are building, not we will build. We are building an ultra-modern harbor and airports in Cape Coast. Akufuado ko Cape Coast, I hear any interview, no, you know, your flag bearer, no. Or say we never even contemplated a harbor for the people of Cape Coast because harbor water crowd here, and it was a fishing landing site. When in your unfulfilled manifesto promise, I enter. Maybe metro ade obi catch us say to abama me na in 18 months. Krobia ni Ghana wo benya nsuo anaja nine problema na any manifesto mu I enter. You see, obi catch us say Yako cabinet, you say asphalt road and Fatagana. Oh yeah, I say it is here about your concrete roads. Now I your concrete road no at the macra well concrete at the macra baby a entro. Obi catch as a developing country. Onim say yet 20 years sika ya jejin na enti mean so enti mean so I was see a kobo bisia beso so. But ohe wanim catch say we don't have to borrow for rules.
Not just
you just have to toe the rules and you'll be able to raise money to do it. These are not manifesto promises. Let's get it clear. So it is okay. You can look. As for the Creative Arts Fund, I have to double check because to the best of my knowledge, it was not in the 2012
I wanted
manifesto.
to know, sir.
Meba. No party. Even if the culture say, Bana will fulfill 100% of our manifesto promises. No, because
within the 4 years.
Within the 4 years, some you can start. If you may have the intention, you can start, but you can have difficulties along the way, practical difficulties, and you will not be able to fulfill it. What they say within the 4 years, and even some manifesto promises are. The first term of the government, it will moment, but the second term they are able to do it. It will be brisa. But when I was talking about Bawumia and the MPP, I was not just saying say because of unfulfilled promises. It is because of the lofty promises, most of which were not even in their manifesto.
I don't think
but they said it on platforms. What they are saying? They said it on platforms. And clearly things that are unrealistic. Any idea almost say yeah, but yeah. Are you getting me? So you heard the difference between the two. Now, President Mahama, it is a fair criticism to say, you said that you will build a theater, you didn't build it. Why not? I know that Turkish funding thing didn't go through. Okay, that is one thing. But you see, President Mahama has been consistent. After 2012, 2013, our kind of 2020 manifesto, he was consistent. He still spoke about it. 2024, he still spoke about it. And I know, sir, if he had gotten the mandate in 2020, it would have become a reality. ASR, the funding challenge we had, but even with that, our sister should also be fair to give credit where credit is due. So, Kumase theater na maso balis or your attic, or your Accra, you can say a tourist information center, and on the hub for the creative arts ministry and agency. I can say agency. Creative arts. That is a monument. That is a legacy. You can't brush that aside. So why yebi? Benya dia ni sin ni suni nya lutimi ye. So utimi ye ni nyina akra ka menye so beka so back. The reason why he's coming back is because he concedes that there is an unfinished agenda. Yes, sir. Because the job Mama they sin ni suni lutimi ye ya ka back abaye dia. But the entire over back and they say na ni so ade hunu no de na sin ni so no enye ni nyina and utimi wie ebi wa ya consider ebi wa e sikasen ebi wa eyembre but o man panyi bia wunya second term ka ho a e na nyema ni bibre wa when to be answer the first term no kwa utimi ye den eye the second term utimi nua ba no fair criticism but I will tell her say unya John Mahama mujidie and for John Mahama it is fair to believe in because the legacy no yet tangible. So we nyema John Mahama aye no Kumasi a National Theatre de yemu ketwa. Obi aye $268 million market. Facts. The best market in the whole of West Africa will Kumasi. Na National Theatre and Obeka se wonyana.
Sister, just
no, it's fair. No. Let me just land so that she can
I'm just saying,
sister, no, you can't talk.
Respect. Please.
You can't.
So continue to.
You can't. Because all right, on the app. Me what 3.
Don't worry, relax. So I'm saying that it's a fair constructive criticism to say that there were some. It's a fair constructive criticism to say that there were some of the manifesto promises that were not fulfilled, but there were some that were fulfilled. But some that I didn't even talk about. Maybe what do you say, Mahama?
No. I mean, we are not going into the manifesto. But also, who can maybe who can be say? MC.
When we that, but the when you,
for example, and you may be another Kasaba.
Hey, breathing.
And you may be another Kasaba film. Kwame Kasai about what our antecedents did with Ghana Film Company the other day. But you saw the law for the films industry passe. The the Films Authority I established here. And you know, sir, we actually trained young people in filmmaking. Pram. There are a lot of Kumawu stars who were beneficiaries. Trained over 200 of them. When you say actors, I come once and Mahama Breso or my Maslok Momokas.
Facts.
To pay on credit.
Facts.
Okay. Or Momokas and pay you for none a woman. Or no one Casama buy you Triaka and a cambo. And other actors, he can buy we buy on be hassle or more cast in the France. The job, Mama, I am a creative ass. Yes, I can at the other side. But you see, I
just want to.
And no. They see 30 seconds, and I think it's fair to allow her to talk. So I'm saying that
I agree with you.
Yeah, because so I'm saying that in 30 seconds, I'm landing so that you come in.
Sure.
Say,
still,
but he's done a lot, and I know he will do even more.
Right. Kasano, you said something about President Mahama to me and see National Theatre, but at least or see we. You see, the reason why I make Kasa when it comes to creative arts, politicians take us for a ride and they say, you sat here to say that creative art industries is saying which is it's not true. It is not true. Where is the data? Data being here, they compare say as at 20 say, now creative art industry growth is saying. And this year, creative industry growth nice because I be a Kwame A+ said this current government, this December to remember among other things, and also Baba Beshe creative arts in Mukina. So when NDC is saying creative arts aton siomukra, and then you say you build a national theatre, we can't talk about that because you build an art. Then you cannot also say that MPP so creative art aton siomukra because it's not a fact.
Okay. So is it a new subject?
Let
me quickly address. Number one.
You read no?
Number one. Number one. You see, you can say creative arts aton siomukra. You can say bibi aton siomukra. Nye data say. Statistic we now we 12%.
Honorable.
Look, my sister. Let me deal with it. You see, I like it. I mean, I like criticism, so it's good. I like divergence and disagreement. But the point is this. And now more creative arts ni muna si atonsuo manya sa meje finaka
ahoma no mkai
Thank you.
Yeah, when we talk about Empress, when we talk about creative arts, when we talk about creative arts, it's not just about December to remember.
Okay.
Ghana, the December has always been a holiday destination.
And plus it's tourism.
Exactly. December
Who you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Sammy Sama yellow view
off the page.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm saying Ghana, December to remember. So I back Ghana December he's been here for a long time.
Okay.
But no cresa buying we buy and Omashibukina, which is good. You give credit where credit is due.
Okay.
But you cannot equate that to Ubia Wesi Attic. Okay. You cannot equate that to the kind of achievements I'm about. So for the want of time, I don't want to run through them again. You can't equate it. That pales into insignificance when you compare that with the investment at NDC. Obi for the first time, I could crew Sika 2 million, I'm a creative ass. I could crew 2 million, I'm a music guy. What sounds like a ministry for creative arts? Why a 1% tourism development levy? They are then buying way up here in terms of funding for tourism and creative arts. It can even come close to that. What? Will be a tourism act, a tourism development authority. So you cannot just use December to remember, which was there already, but maybe they have upgraded it, which is good, to come and compare that record. I know you're number one. Number 2, you can say creative arts at tools you more. And yet data and one year they can. Number 1, I say you know creative arts near the chili. Ghana CD try net say. Ghana CD try. Or more we just see nika tree cabro for anyway. Drama na way.
But
I told you that.
Yeah.
I told you I considered. So it's been on that downward slope for a long time. I've told you that. But me just say my sister should not be defensive and say what's the tones you no cry because and I was honest to concede say banyom toa. I think that side we are doing well. But about cinematography, about the film industry, about comedy, concert party, drama, those things. If you compare it to what it used to be, I told you. Let's call a spade. And only those in the sector, they will tell you that. Fair criticism, but I think, say, already John Mahama, any NDC as a party, I am for creative arts. I am right and justified to say, based on that solid, proven track record, you can trust us to deliver and to uplift the creative arts industry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Spices naima. Hello. Mama spices are ebe mama duane aye tasty, appetizing and delicious.
Spices day and no Remy spices or dinner Remy dependable.
Remy spices, Remy.
Hey, Papa, what the Remy spices you again? And my duane you fine. Kai say Remy spices dey so who you swa. And for spices for bia amfra. If we say Remy spices dey or dinner home. Flavors no so dey bebre. Chicken, goat, jollof, stew. Spices bia wo hwehwe no. Remy will be ho. And for waduane dey ento chacha.
Perfect.
Remy spices. And my aduane ye dekeke. Kai say aduane bia ye dey spices ye dey. For Remy spices yeni nyina.
Remy spices, Remy.
FDA, I J, Jodian Cratway atom.